Hey gang, it's Paul with Sled Pack. Welcome back to the channel. On the previous video, you saw that we had all the drywall done in this bathroom. After we had the drywall done, I mixed up some hot mud. Now hot mud is what? Slang, I guess you'd say, for a powder drywall compound. You mix it with water, and this is 20-minute mud. It comes in 5-minute, 20-minute, 45, etc. I like the 20-minute, and then I used it to do what we call pre-fill. So I pre-filled here where the tapered edge of this sheet meets the butt edge of the existing sheet. You can see down there. That'll make our first coat of all-purpose go nice and easy. And then we also had a couple of holes, so I used the hot mud to fill in right there. In the shower we had some black mold on this framing and on the drywall. I was going to spray it with bleach, but I really didn't want to use that here in this house. So someone commented on this concrobium product, and it worked great. There's no odor, no bleach, no ammonia, no chemicals. So we appreciate that tip. So our goal today, like I said, the first coat of tape and mud. We're also going to insulate these walls, hang backer board. But before we can do that, we're going to fix this plumbing. Now this morning I already shut off the house and I cut out the old plumbing and just put a shark bite cap there so I can get the water back on for the homeowners. So this was sitting like that. We had all this going on and we could have left it, but the main problem was that this valve body was too far in my direction. In other words, it was sticking out into the shower too far, and the chrome covers for the handles were not going to conceal this. So we have to push it back. So we're going to take advantage of that. Ooh. Hey, we're going to flip this over like that. So our cold comes straight in here and our hot comes straight in here. So our first step, we're going to desolder these and get this thing ready for installation. And then while that's cooling off, we're going to go cut our blocks so we have nice firm backing for our valve. All right, let's get this desoldered. Don't make fun of my little torch. I couldn't find my big one, and I was having trouble with it anyway. So this will do for right now. Just ran down to the local hardware store and picked this up. Let's put this board in, bud.
Let's do it. Dad? All right, first screw going in.
We didn't. Oh man.
All right, back outside.
All right. All right, gang, we can't solder with that water dripping out, so we're gonna let it finish dripping, and in the meantime, we'll insulate these walls. Switching to the pink stuff. All right, gang, we got all the insulation up, and while we did that, these have stopped dripping. I got this one all fit up, ready to go. So let's solder this side, and then we'll do this side. All right, that's it for the soldering. Let's put these valve bodies back in and we can turn the water back on to the house. There we go.
Hey,
Yay.
ready?
Yeah, let's go.
You're gonna get some air coming out of the sink, so don't let it startle you. Okay, she's on.
All right.
How we look?
Looking good. Nothing coming from the shower.
All right.
Oh, wait a second. Yeah, you might want to come see this.
All right.
Oh, those are fine. I just wanted to tell you that the water filled up the pocket screw box. I didn't know if you wanted your screws getting wet.
Oh. And I thought we had a leak, dude. Here.
Nope, you're good.
Woohoo. That always gives me a little anxiety.
Right.
I just don't do it often enough. Cool. All right, water's on, no leaks. Now, we said in a previous video that we knew that this was not the proper valve for this shower, but the owners love this. It is like full volume for them, knocks them against this wall when they're taking a shower. So they love it, so we're gonna leave it for them. So that's all done. The sun's going down, but our goal today was to start putting a backer board, so we're gonna keep working and get
Yes,
it
sir.
done. Let's measure for this wall, go outside and cut those 3 and put these 3 up first. Alrighty guys, we got backer board up on these 2 walls, came out great. We wanted to point out 4 things though before we wrap it up for the day. We didn't set this on the slab, we just used a piece of 1/2-inch copper pipe that we had left over from our plumbing as a shim to hold it up. The second thing is 1/8-inch gap between the sheets. That's what this manufacturer wants. Third thing is, typically with sheet goods, drywall and everything, you take your first sheet, put it tight against the ceiling and work your way down. This stuff's the other direction because you can have a seam here and a seam here. This seam will hardly ever see water. It's too high. If I put a full sheet at the top, I'd have a seam here and a seam here, both of which may see water eventually. So this is a better method. Get this one as high as you can. The fourth critical thing, all the writing has to be face up or you'll have a monstrous failure on your hands. All right, so the next step is to put the backer board on the plumbing wall. Then we're going to show you how to put solid blocking all the way back to this king stud to here for our future glass, because we don't know where it's going to be and we want to make sure we have blocking for that guy. And we'll patch this. So we'll tape and mud everything, the drywall and the backer board. And we'll do that tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Hey gang, it's the next day. We're finally getting this bathroom back together. We got our last 2 sheets of backer board right here. Now we put these vertically. We just have one less seam right here. If we put it horizontally, we'd have a seam here and here. This way, just one seam. Minimize your seams. I also cut the 3 holes for the shower head and the valves. I have a 1 3/8 inch carbide hole saw. I use it just for that. And let me take you around to the back side. I want to show you what we did over here. You saw us put in this plywood backing, and then the valve body's attached to it. So if they ever have a problem with it and a plumber needs to change it, all he's got to do, cut the drywall, pull these 6 screws, cut those 3 pipes, that whole thing will come out the back, and he can change that valve. So that's cool. And we'll talk about all this wiring mess later. There's a big problem. And then over here, you've seen us do this before. We had this unsupported drywall edge. So this plywood backing is glued and screwed to the plywood, to the drywall, and then it's pocket screwed into this stud. It does 2 things for us. It supports that drywall nice and strong, and then it's also going to give us solid backing for our glass track, for the sheet of glass that's going to go here as a divider between the shower and the tub.
Right.
So our next step, we're going to fill that in with drywall. I'm going to start taping and mudding, and Jordan's going to finish screwing off the backer board. Let's get going. Hey gang, quick little tip on the drywall mud. I just buy all-purpose in the bucket. Then when I'm done with a project, I put about 1 inch of water on top, and it keeps the mud from drying out. So I'm just going to pour that water off, and we'll be good to go for this job. It doesn't last forever. It'll start to mildew, but it's a good tip if you need it. All right gang, we're ready to start taping. Got a 6-inch knife, stainless steel pan. My mud's mixed. Put a little water in it. I have a tape reel. It's not needed, but it sure helps. I used to put it on my right side, but it was just always in the way. So I put it on my left because I'm right-handed. The tape feeds through these 2 pieces of metal, and you can tear it off. Sometimes I use that feature, sometimes I don't. But I think we're ready, so let's start mudding.
Let's get it.
That's it for the tape coat. Nice job.
Man.
So a lot of people don't realize that drywall tape has 2 sides. On this roll, the outside of the roll has kind of a fleece. It's hard to see, but that's the side that goes embedded in the joint compound. And it's also creased if you need it for a corner. It creases much better that way than if you try to do it the wrong way. It doesn't want to crease as well.
Right.
So, little tip about drywall tape. So let's move all this stuff back over here. Get the shower cleared off. Jordan's already been outside mixing up the thin set, and we're going to thin set and mesh tape all the joints on the backer board. Alrighty guys, that's going to be a wrap for this video. We've got this backer board all done, ready for waterproofing. We've got the first coat of mud and tape on the drywall. That was a huge step for us. We're finally getting this bathroom back together. Now that these walls are sealed up, we can build this tub deck, and that's going to be in the next video. Be sure to stay tuned for that. Give us that thumbs up if you like the video. We really appreciate it. Give us a comment too. Ask a question. We'll be happy to answer it if we can. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Absolutely loving all the support you're giving us, and we'll see you on the next one.